As you may know, WCTV is your source for live coverage of town meetings, Board of Selectmen meetings, and other municipal meetings, as well as local parades, gateman games, and school sporting events. What you may not know is WCTV is also home to a wide variety of locally produced original programming made by your Wareham neighbors. From morning talk shows to live music events to health and wellness programs, WCTV can help you put your ideas on television.
Hey folks, my name is Bruce Gannon. I moved to Wareham back in the summer of 2009, and in the fall of 2009 was introduced to the wonderful world of WCTV.
I came to Wareham in 2003, and I couldn't wait for this station to open up.
My name is Linnell Butterfield. I live in Wareham and have for the past 12 years. I've been involved with Wareham Community Television since they moved to this building about 3 years.
My name is Mike Dunphy. I'm 24 years old. I've lived in Wareham my whole life.
I'm Patty Rumney, and I host Your Daily Gumbo.
I'm a volunteer, I'm a member, and I view myself as an independent producer.
I decided to do something a little different and launched Field of Music, which is a live music show.
I produce, direct, edit, shoot, work sound on a TV show that we have called At the Hub.
I'm just looking to make music and to also incorporate the music with that visual, which I think people are looking to see.
Bringing out the positives in Wareham rather than focusing on negatives. That's my goal.
So I have a couple of things: history, technology, and being informed, and an educational mission.
We do this live show and because I wanted the bands to be able to have an audience.
I've gotten people on the show who are in various boards and commissions in the town to explain to us what they do. What are their purposes? Because I think most people don't really know.
I'm working on a program called I Wonder Where the Yellow Went, which is a story of Wareham's sewer system.
We have the show on Wednesday nights and it's great. We have live acts from around southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island.
We have some interesting guests. We've had animal chiropractors, acupuncturists, human chiropractors, an equine-assisted therapist, belly dancers.
No, I haven't had no formal training.
Nothing on a real professional level.
No formal background.
Nothing.
That's one of the beauties of working as a volunteer at a place like WCTV. You don't need a lot of experience or any experience at all to come down and learn how to do what we do here.
The expertise was here, and it's willing expertise.
I just think it's fun.
Why do I keep doing it? It's a lot of fun.
I'm really enjoying my time here.
Keep watching.
For more information on these shows and the full program lineup for each of our stations, visit us at www.warehamtv.org. And don't just watch TV, make it. Thank you for watching WCTV.
We're here in Main Street in Wareham for Main Street Madness, which the slogan here is Dine Local, Buy Local. And it's a promotion for the local businesses here on the street. So we will be going to the business owners here and see how this event has affected their business.
Main Street Madness started with a small idea because we had our handicap ramp going in, and then we had the work on Main Street, and so it hindered our customers' ability a little bit to get into the bank, and we wanted to celebrate once it was all complete. We have this wonderful ramp, beautiful streetscape here, and so we wanted to celebrate. So I talked to a few people and said, let's have an open house at the bank and celebrate. And business owners came to me and said, can I get involved in that? And Christine across the street at Gourmand and Gourmand came over, said, let's get involved. And before you know it, the whole street is involved, and it's now Main Street Madness. And it's a beautiful thing. It's very mad.
I've always thought that if, Wareham Main Street had their own kind of little mini version of what New Bedford does, every second or third Thursday, their AHA night. We don't have quite the attractions and quite the galleries at this point, but we do have a few core businesses down here, and having something, a little mini version of that, certainly is helpful.
We have had face painting, free pizza compliments of Minerva's, Wise Guys Pizza is also giving out free slices of pizza. We've had mural paintings for our troops. Today from 4 to 6 we will have pumpkin decorating. I think I said face painting. Just about every business has a free raffle. So the feedback has been very positive. People have enjoyed it. It's just been a festive time for us.
We are selling tickets right now for Wareham Wear, and Wareham Wear shows the swan and the cranberry and the Indian woman from Onset, the coordinates of where Wareham is, and on the front is a very subtle W for Wareham. And we have these for children, for grown-ups. We have hoodies, we have t-shirts, we have long sleeve, we have short sleeves. And this is our unique item. No one else in town, we're just licensed to have these. We're the only people that you can get them from. It's the official Wareham Wear.
Have you noticed a difference in people coming in and actually buying locally, dining locally?
Oh, absolutely, I have. And I know that several of the businesses have said the same, that it has helped with their sales and their new customers, and it's also brought back some of the older customers. So it's been a very positive thing for everyone.
I think it was the first week of Main Street Madness that we opened. Okay. So it was a great help to get us going and to get us noted. It's important for everybody to, you know, the downtown is important to the economy. Local business is very important, so.
We did see an upswing in sales. We did see different people coming into the shop that may not have come. Yeah. Some people were our target customers. Other people, they came in, they looked around, and they may or may not ever use our catering services or our custom cake services, but at least they did come in, and they should know that we're here now.
It actually helped us to grow. No doubt about that. You know, it's good that people get the opportunity to come in and try our pizza. And once they tried it, seem to keep coming back for more. So it's always a good thing. We're excited about it. We're really glad to be able to contribute to it too.
It's been very successful. People have enjoyed it, and it's been a lot of fun for everyone involved in it.
Hi, I'm Jamie Rebhan from Wareham Week and WarehamVillageSoup.com.
I'm Caitlin Russell.
And thank you for Who What Wareham for having us on the show today to talk about Hurricane Sandy, which I'm pretty sure some residents are still cleaning up from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough. Basically, on October 29th was when she arrived in town here. Nothing too crazy, I guess. Nothing like our friends and relatives down in New York and New Jersey.
No.
But you know, she had some damage. I know a lot of people in Swift Beach had some flooding issues.
Trees and power lines.
And power lines down.
Definitely nothing compared to Bob, but I mean.
I wasn't here for Bob, but well, I'll take your word for it because I'd rather not live through that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, so. We wanted to talk a little bit about what happened. I was really impressed with the first responders and municipal maintenance workers who, I guess, they were out all night. Everybody was, you know, cleaning up and NSTAR, restoring power. So basically, let me toss this video here. We've got video of the storm pretty much from when it got here on Monday afternoon to where it really picked up to just before the sun went down completely. So there are a few scenes from around town. Let's take a look at that. So as you can see from that, very windy, very, very windy. And some areas you could see, you've probably seen Onset Beach more flooded than that last clip in the video. But the water was coming up to the beachcomber there. And you took a ride down Swift's Beach. Was it during the hurricane?
It was after. It was the morning after, and I saw like utility poles just snapped in half, and
they had a really tough time down there.
Yeah.
My thoughts were with them. I wasn't brave enough to drive down there with my tiny car because I could probably float away.
I got a big old wagon, so it was okay. But yeah, it was pretty much wrecked. It was not wrecked, but it was looking pretty rough, and as you were saying about the first responders, they got it cleaned up pretty quick. So.
Right. Well, the police did issue a voluntary evacuation of that area, which
Onset too.
And Onset too. That's right. Because we both live in Onset, but Caitlin had firefighters knocking on her door. You're in a low-lying area. I'm not. Thankfully.
Water in the living room.
Water in the living room, which I'm sure people over in Swift's Beach must have been experiencing that for homes without basements and that type of thing. And that was Monday night. Was actually. They pulled the trigger and said, we're going to go around. If people want to leave, there's a place for them to go, and that was the multi-service center. I know Bob Ethier over in Town Hall, the health agent, had a team of volunteers. Some town workers who were volunteering, as well as just people in town who are part of the MRC, which is their emergency shelter team. The flooding really happened at night when that high tide, what was it? The moon tide came in.
And I'm not sure about anyone else, but it seemed to recede pretty quickly.
Yes, and I think Mr. Ethier was saying that as soon as it started to recede, people started leaving the shelter. I think they shut it down by 10 o'clock on Monday, but there was a few hours there that, people were, they were a little, nervous. And I think the biggest problem that emergency responders told me was with just trees falling down and taking out power lines with them, and that creates a hazardous situation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
then the microburst the following day.
And that's exactly. So on Tuesday we got this. We knew a thunderstorm was coming, and I don't think we realized how severe that thunderstorm was going to be. And we later learned that it was actually called a microburst, which I'd never heard of growing up in a landlocked town.
I hadn't heard of it either, but I talked to a guy from Kansas when I was down in Swift's Beach.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
And he said, I was just like, this was before the National Weather Service was saying what it was, and they had just sent out a crew or whatever. And I was just like, so what do you think it was? And he said, well, that wasn't a tornado, that was a microburst, because some people were saying, and I was just like...
Yes, people thought it was a twister, and that hit specific areas of town. I called up the National Weather Service, and I said, I'm not even going to pretend to know what that is. Can you tell me, after they determined that it was a microburst, I said, what is this? And a very nice meteorologist there, his name's Hayden Frank, basically says it's a straight line wind gust from a thunderstorm. And that's significant because if it were a twister, they would have seen, the kind of swirling damage. Right, because they came down to investigate on Wednesday morning. And the straight line wind gust, they said, okay, that was a microburst. And that means basically it's a severe thunderstorm caused by, an event like a hurricane. So, we can thank Sandy for that. So the microburst really hit, I know Swift's Beach got hit bad again, like I said, the Nanumet area of Onset, but Pinehurst Beach was also particularly pounded, and a resident down there, the poor guy, it put a kayak through his house.
Yeah.
That thing, a lot of people said the microburst was worse than Sandy.
Yeah. Like it was here and it was gone, but it was really
But
intense.
It was powerful,
yeah.
Right. I know at a couple of the boatyards it knocked, or at least one of the boatyards, it knocked some of the boats over out of storage, and it's not a soft wind that makes that happen. Those are built to withstand storms. I mean, for storage, and it's just that's scary stuff. And luckily, I don't believe there were any hurricane or otherwise related injuries.
I don't think so either.
Everybody really stayed safe, which is very good. So thank you for listening to us babble about Hurricane Sandy, and I hope that everybody fared well. I hope that everybody is kind of back to normal. it's kind of tough when storms keep coming like this nor'easter and keep knocking out the power, and but our thoughts are with certainly everybody in town who had a rough time, and everyone in New York and New Jersey, and our other neighbors who are still struggling.
Right.
And but thank you very much. Be sure to check out our show, which is getting back into motion here. It's called In the Soup, where we talk about all of the kind of goings-on and fun stuff happening in Wareham. That's coming up. Check for it in WCTV's listings. Thank you so much. I'm Jamie Rebhan with Wareham Week and WarehamVillageSoup.com.
And I'm Kate Morrison.
Hi, I'm Sally Morrison, and I'm here at Deacon's School. And today, some of the first graders and kindergartners are going to join me out in the Deacon's courtyard to celebrate Flag Day.
sight to see. And then he swung from the tree and he lay on the ground and he started to rock, really rocking around. It was a crazy ditty with a swing or two. Well, this was a rock and roll flying purple people eater, pigeon toad on the road, flying purple people eater. Flying purple people eater. What a sight to see. Rolling away on his way and nobody would know. I saw him last night on the TV show. He was blowing it out, really knocking him dead. Playing rock and roll music with a horn in his head.
There's a ton of spiders out here. Very, very careful. Do you want some carrots and whey? Have a good time.